on. You know, folks, the day before the so-called impeachment hearing, and I'm not going to go back and play it for you. What's the point of that? But we could. I indicated to you that this hearing, when it was over, you'd feel pretty good. Remember that, Mr. Producer? These people would expose themselves for what they are. They don't have the evidence. They have nothing. That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. And so Nancy Pelosi trots out in front of a microphone with her eyeballs sticking out of her head, may I say, with all due respect. Her little stutter steps up to the microphone, her her speech impediment, and she makes more declarations. Now, what did she say? I mean, I've got more good stuff here, but I want to start with Pelosi. You actually have people like Bannon out there saying she's a brilliant strategist. He's wrong. She's an idiot. An absolute idiot. She can't get the anti-Semitic wing of her party under control. She can't get the Marxist wing of her party under control. They've got nothing. In fact, look at the Democrat presidential side. They're still looking for candidates to run. Duval Patrick, Bloomberg, Guys are throwing in. They already had 2,400 of them. They just can't. They're in trouble. These so-called moderates in the House who won in Trump Republican districts, they're in deep trouble for what Nancy Pelosi has done. Not a bright strategist. She's an idiot. And by the way, more and more she's looking to me like Richard Nixon. And by the way, I'm not against Richard Nixon. I'm just saying, I'm just observing. More and more she's looking like a female Richard Nixon. And she is obsessed with Nixon. She's obsessed with Nixon. I don't know what her mental stage is, but here she was at a weekly press briefing today. Cut 8, go.
Because impeaching is a divisive thing in our country. It's hard. And the place that our country is now, it's not a time where you go to 70% when people, when...
Wait, what you're scrambling about with your incoherence, inability to complete sentences. You're a speaker. You're supposed to know how to speak. Why are you doing your Barney Frank imitation? It's a hard time. And I haven't listened to these, have I, Mr. Producer? So let me guess, she's going to say it's a prayerful time, or a prayerful time. It's a prayerful time here in the House of Representatives, a prayerful time. Go ahead.
And walked out of the White House. It wasn't there before he left, even 2 weeks before he left.
What wasn't there before he left? What is she saying? What wasn't there? She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Go ahead.
There until the other shoe fell and he walked out the door. And by the way,
yes.
What President Trump has done on the record...
He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything. You held secret testimony hearings in the basement of the Capitol building. You've been selectively leaking crap. You bring out a whistleblower, then you hide a whistleblower. I mean, honest to God, I don't know what you're blaming Trump for. You're the one who ran off and had a love fest with a genocidal dictator in Syria. Remember that, folks? Oh, yeah, I remember. Go ahead.
In terms of acting to advantage a foreign power to help him in his own election.
Honestly, let's cut to the chase. He doesn't need Ukraine's help to help him win this election. I'll be the first to say it because it's so damn obvious. The president needs Ukraine to help him win the election. 3/4 of the Democrats don't even know how to spell Ukraine. He needs Ukraine to help win the election. While they're still searching around for a candidate, hey, let's have the failed former Democrat governor of Massachusetts, Duval Patrick. He'll appeal to the whole country. Oh, how about this? Bloomberg, Mr. Gun Control, Soda Control. He'll appeal to the country. What about the issues? They can't run on the issues. Can't run on the issues. They're only popular in communist China. Go ahead.
Of the obstruction of information about that, the cover-up.
Obstruction of information about what, you idiot? Did I say she's an idiot? She's an idiot. You can't even... There's the obstruction of information to the cover-up. Let's see here. Go ahead.
Makes what Nixon did look almost small.
Oh, really? What Nixon did is almost small. How about what Lyndon Johnson did? Does that make it look small? Who slept with every woman he could find walking through the White House? Who sicked the IRS on his political opponents, the Goldwater campaign, who sicked the IRS on his own vice president, had the FBI tap his vice president's phone so he could hear what he was running on? Was a dirt poor man out of Texas, retired from the presidency, a multimillionaire. Somehow he got a license to a television station in Austin. They called it LBJ. Same with a radio station. It's like Nixon, you know. Nixon. Is it like FDR? FDR, who interred Japanese Americans and Americans of Japanese descent and put them in real concentration camps. Right? Ayach. Anything like FDR, who sicked the IRS on publishers he disagreed with? I'm just asking. Trump's nothing like Obama, who sicked the FBI on the New York Times. They're just too stupid to deal with it. On a Fox News reporter, on the Associated Press. Oh, yeah. Who sicked the IRS on the Tea Party. You can't tie the two together. Really? And yet they keep tying Trump to everything. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. It drives the liberals nuts. It drives the slobbering crackpot buffoons over at Mediaite, the Daily Beast, and other places. It drives them nuts. Donald Trump, while he's been president, is a Boy Scout compared to FDR, John Kennedy, LBJ, and Barack Obama. A Boy Scout. I said a Boy Scout! Compared to these other presidents and how crooked they were and how vile they were personally in terms of their moral behavior. Absolutely. Bill Clinton, another one. Let's continue, shall we? Let's go back to Nancy Pelosi. Go ahead.
You talked about bribery a second ago.
Yes, bribery.
That's a very serious charge.
It's in the Constitution.
Yeah. Bribery's in the Constitution in there, you know. You know that it's in the Constitution in there. What does it mean, Nancy? Go ahead.
Oh, we talking Latin around here. E pluribus unum from anyone. From anyone.
Wow.
Quid pro quo. Bribery. And that is in the Constitution attached to the impeachment
Res
proceedings.
ipsa Ecuador. We can do the whole bunch of them, Mr. Producer. Quid pro quo is bribery in the Constitution. Now, let me explain again as I explained on Hannity last night. Because this idiot is illiterate when it comes to the Constitution and so many other things. Let me explain something to Nancy Pelosi. The word bribery in the Constitution, it's right there in Madison's notes. Their concern was that a foreign power might bribe a president with cash, with money, with titles, in order to buy his loyalty. It's nothing to do with what they're talking about in Ukraine and in 2016. It's not what they meant by bribery. Yes, but the word bribery is right there in the Constitution. And we're very prayerful to that. It's a very grave thing that we're doing here. It's in the House of Representatives. Go ahead.
What was the bribe here?
The bribe is to grant or withhold military assistance in return for a public statement of a fake investigation.
Really? And where's your first-hand evidence of that? Where is it? It's not in the transcript. The two homeless guys who testified as State Department individuals yesterday, they didn't say that. They have no evidence of that. Nothing. So who said it? Nobody. Yes, but the word bribery is in the Constitution. They love the Constitution all of a sudden. You know, written by slave owners, so many of them. Gets in the way of their socialist agenda. Oh, I mean the Green New Deal, excuse me. Medicare for all. Free college tuition, you know. Constitution doesn't permit any of that. Of course, the Supreme Court has screwed up the Constitution, but that's a whole other story. Nancy Pelosi made an allegation. I'm asking what's her first-hand evidence for that. She's none. So she gets the word bribery wrong from a constitutional perspective, and she has no evidence. She's an idiot. No, but she's a great strategist. She's an idiot. I'll be right back.